Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and this is going to be our official video for our Season 10 rank ladder climb. Wow. Using a team that we built from scratch. Now, if you haven't seen Season 10 breakdown, go ahead and watch that because it kind of goes over a lot of what I'm going to be using today. And in this video, we're going to highlight the teams that are finished. So, we've got Grimmsnarl, Torkoal, Tornadus, Serena, Fluttermane, and Chien-Pao. The basic strategy here is to use Ruination. We're going to be swapping out Pokemon that are currently on the page right here. This is currently my Season 10 roster. All of them except for these four right here are completely trained VGC ready Pokemon that we can use interchangeably depending on our situation. Obviously, we can only bring in 6, but with this giving us options of almost 20 Pokemon, we get access to a lot of different options that we could use interchangeably with the team right up front. And the basic strategy is still being hyper offensive. We are not going to rely completely on Tailwind. However, we do have it in the team in case if we do come across someone that has Tailwind and will use it against us. And we're going to be focusing on no priority with Queenly Majesty, Trick Room setters for Torkoal. He's going to be able to come in and just wreck everyone's face, not only with Helping Hand, but with Eruption, Flamethrower, and Protect. We've got Grimmsnarl that can set up screens, does Play Rough, and even Fake Out for others that will maybe set up any type of attack or anything like that. Obviously, Chien-Pao with Ruination to drop any Pokemon that's in front of us by 50%. And the hyper offensive Pokemon, which is Serena and Fluttermane. They both have choice items to make them the strongest, if not the fastest Pokemon. We just need Chien-Pao to attack first. And then Serena's going to come up after that to be able to attack anyone that's in front of her. We have U-Turn, Low Sweep, Play Rough, and Drop Kick for Serena with the Choice Scarf, and which should add her speed to about 150, maybe 160. It's not going to be the fastest Pokemon, but it will outspeed genuinely other Pokemon. We have Tornadus that can also join the attack force. He still has Taunt and it carries Air Slash. We got rid of Rain Dance to put in Protect, so that 3 out of the 6 Pokemon, so half our team, knows Protect and can wait out turns if we need to. With Fluttermane, we had Dazzling Gleam with the Modest Nature, 252 investment in both special attack and speed. I would put in a little bit more HP into HP, or EVs into HP, but with this particular build, if I take away her speed, I would have to invest heavily into a Tailwind variant, and I don't know if that's going to work. So we switched the nature from Timid to Modest, so that if for whatever reason Torkoal gets on the field and does Sun, Fluttermane will get an instant boost, and with choice specs on there, it's like an 80% boost instead of just a 50% from the choice specs and then a 30% from photosynthesis. And again, this is going to be all well and good, but the whole counterpoint to the team right now is relying on Chien-Pao's Ruination. We will be using Mouse Hold onto the team too. He does not have the movesets that I want him to, and I'm still doing research on Farigiraf to see what I want. But the ability is Armor Tail, so we're good there. Let's see. I think that's all that I really have for now. I won't dive too much into the EVs right now. It's the first week of the team that's going to be like working. Well, at least this is the first video, and the next week is going to be like the first week of the team being used. So because of that, I'm going to be less likely to change the EVs right now. I will be taking notes to see who knocks out who, and then see if I can calc the reasons why they got knocked out. And we will learn very slowly going forward. So here's our Season 10 team, and without further ado, let's get started. Alright, first match we've got Azumarill, Armarouge, Indeedee, Fluttermane, Chi-Yu, and Tornadus. Alright, so we do have some probable causes with Armarouge. So we're gonna want to bring in Pokemon that's gonna be super effective. Fluttermane would be really beneficial here. We could start off with trying to use the opener, which is the Fluttermane Chien-Pao, and then maybe bring in like the Grimmsnarl in the back. We could also start by doing the opposite, so we can do Grimmsnarl Torkoal and not worry about Serena. I don't see priority besides Azumarill, so we don't have to worry about that. I mean, there's Tornadus with his Prankster, but it's not going to be beneficial enough. Let's give it a shot by going... They're not going to use Trick Room. They wouldn't benefit them to use it. Chien-Pao, Fluttermane, Grimmsnarl, Torkoal. We'll go that for. We'll be able to set the rain. Not rain, but the sun, which is going to give Fluttermane a huge boost. But in the first turn, the main focus of what I would like to achieve is the opener, which is Chien-Pao Fluttermane. I want to see if Ruination's going to do the thing. It's going to be Azumarill and Chi-Yu versus Fluttermane, and beats a Ruin, lowers down special defense to all Pokemon, and I lower defense to everyone. This is going to be very interesting. So I'm going to Ruination the Chi-Yu, because it's automatically going to be more than half. And I'm going to just set up with Terra Fairy, Dazzle Gleam on that side of the field. Let's see what happens. I think Chi-Yu is not as fast as Fluttermane. I will double check. It may have Scarf. It's 100, so it's going to be slower by far. But if it's Scarfed, we're looking at a huge advancement. So 167 would benefit Dark Pulse. So that is Scarfed. Ruination. It's going to go right into the Chi-Yu. Dazzling Gleam right after that. This is a Terra Power, Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam, and it will knock out the Chi-Yu, even though that it is not as effective. Well, maybe not. Brick Break. We'll take out the Chien-Pao. So now in this case, we'll bring out Torkoal. Yes. They'll bring out Indeedee. So the Ruination was able to get one Pokemon down, but I was really hoping to do a little bit more than what was predicted, but that's okay. They're going to up the special defenses, do the Psychic Seed. Photosynthesis activates. But Fluttermane is still pretty healthy. We can go with the Helping Hand, or I can go with the Eruption. I think the Helping Hand might be better, because Fluttermane's going to attack first. And that's going to be, 80% plus another 1.5. Indeedee is going to protect. Dazzling Gleam's not going to hurt the Indeedee. Yeah, that's definitely going to be knocking out Azumarill. I mean, I did like 55, maybe 60% on that move alone. So it's definitely going to be harder to bring out Armourouge now. Helping Hand to Flutter Mane, and I'm just going to go straight into the Dazzling Gleam. I'm assuming Trick Room's going to get activated, in which if it does, indeed he's going to be looking at Torkoal right after that. Here comes Dazzling Gleam. Will almost one-hit KO both. Expanding Force. Will hit both, will not knock out either one. Here comes Trick Room. So that's going to reset it. I'm going to Flamethrower the Entity. And I'm going to swap out Flutter Mane to bring out Grimmsnarl. Expanding Force could come out again, which is going to do a little bit of damage, but right now Torkoal is the slowest thing on the field, so with Grimmsnarl out, I'm not going to really be feeling any type of burn. Armourouge gets the Terra. Turns into Grass. I'm not sure why they would do that. I know that it's Flash Fire, so there's no reason for me to do that. Protect on the Entity. Flamethrower. Expanding Force does not hurt the Grimmsnarl. It's gonna knock out the Torkoal, unfortunately. Here comes Flutter. Photosynthesis activates again. They have 3 more turns of Trick Room. I don't think it's really going to matter, so I'm going to hit Thunderbolt. Well, you know what? We'll hit Dazzling Gleam. I don't see a reason why not. And I'm going to hit Play Rough on the Armourouge. Follow Me goes on the Entity. Play Rough. Foresaw that happening. Expanding Force is not going to do anything to the Grimmsnarl. It will knock out the Flutter Mane though. And I think this game's mine. If they are spec'd, they're not going to be able to do anything. And I'm slower than Armourouge. So Play Rough into that slot. Now I didn't fake out because Psychic Surge on the field prevents me from doing so. So there we go. So Chi-Yu outsped Chien-Pao. So we won that match. Yay. One. KO. Chi-Yu. Dope, we're already in Ultra Ball. One hit KO Chi-Yu. We'll put Flutter. 60% Flutter. But Azumarill. 10% NDD. And about 30% Armourouge. I'm gonna put Flutter. And that was with Helping Hand. and Sun. Not bad. Not bad at all, guys. Okay, next up we've got Murkrow, Roaring Moon, Screamtail, Grimmsnarl, Azumarill, and Gothitelle. Okay, Gothitelle is going to have Fake Out, so will Grimmsnarl. We do have 2 Pokemon specifically that is going to have Trick Room. Not Trick Room, excuse me, Tailwind. The Murkrow especially. It also can do Quash. So I think the best course of action that I have here is to... Fake Out does go before Prankster. So I think Grimmsnarl, Fluttermane will have Torkoal in the back. And for the priority... Yeah, I mean, they will have priority. So should I bring in Serena instead? I mean, Serena would be really, really good. It would be beneficial to bring in Serena. Question is, what else do I bring in after that? Probably will need to bring in Tornadus, because the fact that they get Tailwind off, I'm going to be left in the dust speed-wise, so I'm kind of forced into that. Yeah, we'll try these 4. We'll try these 4. All right, I can't read any of those, but it's going to be Screamtail and Grimmsnarl. Photosynthesis activates due to the booster energy. Special defenses are activated. All right, so let's go ahead and get started off with physical moves, special moves. I think let's go ahead and get started off with physical. And Screamtail's not a ghost. Yeah, you know what? Let's fake out the Screamtail first, because I can't be taunted. And I'm just gonna go Dazzling Gleam, Terra Fairy right off the bat. So I'm gonna force them to kind of go. Oh, I mean, they could fake out my own Grimmsnarl, but I've got 20 invested in speed, so it goes up like 3 or 4 points. I might be able to outspeed it. I'm not sure. It looks like we'll both Terra. I go Fairy. They go Screamtail, and it will also change. Oh, it's going to go Steel. Interesting. So it's not going to do as much damage, but that's okay. Fake out on their Screamtail. Not very effective. They're going to use Parting Shot, which is going to lower my Fluttermane's attack by 1 stage. And they get swapped out. So do I have it? Oh, I do have, oh, Gothitelle comes out. So now I can't swap. Okay. Interesting. So Gothitelle is about 40%. I would say 40-ish. So 40, 46% Goth. Okay. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do Reflect. And I have to go in with Dazzling Gleam because I'm locked into that slot. And Gothitelle, we'll do a Fake Out on the Fluttermane, which is totally fine. I'm going to Reflect. Fluttermane, Flinch couldn't move. Perish Song. Oh, Perish Songers. Okay, let's go. Okay. And Gothitelle holds the leftovers. But now Fake Out's gone, so I don't have to worry about that. And now I have Reflect up. So now I can go in with the Play Rough on the Gothitelle. And I'm going to go straight for the Dazzling Gleam again. Gothitelle's going to protect. It's a good call. You can definitely tell that this is like more of a stall team. So I'm going to put that in. Stall team. Perish Song. Disable. We'll take off Fluttermane's move. So now they're going to struggle, which is terrible. Let's see, what dark moves does... And he has Sucker Punch, but that's not going to really do a whole lot. I'm talking about Grimmsnarl, by the way. Can't attack because of Disable. But I can't switch either, so... One of my main attackers is completely worthless right now. Check. Gothitelle switch. Physical attacks for them. Okay, you can do an Encore, that's fine. Play Rough right into the Grimmsnarl on that side. We're just going to take him down a lot. Eject button. So it was a good switch in. Here comes Gothitelle. That would be my call. Gothitelle comes in. Yep, there it is. It's going to take off its Perish Song and give itself a little bit of more HP. Perish fell down to 1. And I'm just going to go straight into the Screamtail. Because Gothitelle's going to protect this turn. I know that it has Protect. So it withdrew. Wait, what? Is that not... Did I literally just, like, strike myself out? I thought that was Shadow Tag. I mean, I guess I didn't really try to retreat. I should have. That's more of a me thing. Or Shadow Tag. So I know all 4 Pokemon now, I believe. Here comes Serena and Tornadus. I believe I know all 4. I do. Okay. With me knowing all 4, I should be set, ready to go. I could U-turn into the Gothitelle, but I think I'm going to go Trop Kick into that Pokemon there. And I haven't seen Gothitelle use anything else. So I kind of want to use Air Slash, but I also want to like boost up my speed a lot. Yeah, I'll go Tailwind. We'll go faster. I haven't really seen him do anything. Drop Kick goes over to... Oh! Sap Sipper. Neat. Light Screen goes up with the Gothitelle, so it's got screens. Perish Song again? I mean, the game's over at this point. I can't do anything. Because I can't swap up my Pokemon to get rid of it, so... Let's see if I can knock out a couple of more Pokemon. So, with the speed, let's do Drop Kick to Gothitelle and see where we go with that. Unless Sap Sipper just absorbs that too. And it's, yeah. So the team lost to Parasling. They double protect, so that's fine. I can't get through 3 Pokemon, or 4 Pokemon really fast. It's almost impossible. I would have to double into 2 slots and hope for the best, but one of them's already in steel form, and they're more than enough. So we'll probably just go ahead and call this a loss. Dang, I did not check for Shadow Tag. I could have sworn it's either was Shadow Tag and they changed it to where you can swap out your own Pokemon, or it didn't have it. I didn't check. So keep that in mind, guys. Always check for Shadow Tag. All right, next one is up. We've got Ursaluna, Cresselia, Tornadus, Fluttermane, Urshifu, and Heatran. So we can kind of see this going as a Trick Room variant. I don't think that we're going to be able to take away from it as often, but with our Chien Pao with Fluttermane combo, we could see a knockout almost immediately, since we're not going to be really focusing on taunting, but I will have to worry about Tailwind coming up if in fact that they do use that tactic. So let's go ahead and bring in Fluttermane and Chien Pao, Torkoal, and I want to bring in Serena. That would be really helpful against Ursaluna. I don't think it's going to do anything to Cresselia though. Could also be really beneficial for Urshifu, but that Heatran though, I don't have any fighting type moves. I mean, Serena does at the low sweep, I think. But what else? Tornadus would be able to knock out those two with no problem, but I think bringing in Grimmsnarl is going to be the better play, and bringing screens support. It's not going to do a whole lot with Heatran, but we can try. So this is Trick Room Tailwind setup. So we got Heatran and Tornadus. All right, so what we're going to want to do first, I can actually use Thunderbolts instead and get started off with knocking out that Tornadus. But our main target is going to be that Heatran. So I think that's what I'll do first. I'll Shadow Ball the Heatran, and I will Ruination. Should I Terra? No, I'm not going to Terra. I'm going to Ruination and Shadow Ball the Heatran. Should drop it to half, and then hopefully we knocked him out. They're going to set off with Tailwind, which is totally fine. Will-O-Wisp. Ooh, well, Ruination. It's okay. Base attack is 1. I don't care, because Ruination's going to come up and it's going to drop that sucker by half. I'm just hoping with the Shadow Ball's choice specs, it's going to do 50%. It does. And one Pokemon completely taken off the map right off the bat. Whew. Kind of setting us up for later for Cresselia too. Here is their Fluttermane. Now this is going to be funny. Terra, Shadow Ball, and I'm going to go into that slot, and I'm going to Ice Shard the Fluttermane. I didn't bring in my Tornadus, so I'm not totally relying on Tailwind. So I don't think I brought in my Tornadus. I want to say that I did. They're going to tear it to water. Good call. So they eliminate the urge of having to deal with that, but I also tear my Fluttermane to Fairy. Now with Will-O-Wisp, it's going to do a lot. Not going to do as much damage. But I could also done Ruination, but they have Tailwind up. So Ice Shard, oof, doesn't do anything. Dazzling Gleam, which is going to knock out Chien-Pao, which is totally fine. Chien-Pao gets knocked out. Bleak Wind, it's going to miss. And here comes Shadow Ball. Oh, it almost knocks him out. Okay. I'm going to bring Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is not going to go ahead and come in and start messing things up. I'm going to Fake Out that Fluttermane. Oh, snap. I should have doubled into that slot. Oh, well. Fake Out. Oh, never mind. I don't have to. There goes the Fluttermane. The attack. I only put 4 EVs into attack because this attack was really, really high anyway. Here comes the Sunny Day, though. Hey, thanks for the boost, my man. That's an 80%, you know, special attack you're staring down. And here comes the Shadow Ball. Never mind. Have fun. Ooh. 80%... special attack brought Tornadus to 10%. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. We are looking... They have one more turn for Tailwind. I think I'm okay with that. What do I have in the back? Torkoal, right? I do. That's single strike. Let's go ahead and retreat. And I'm going to use Reflect. Because he knows I'm Specs, I can't do anything about that. So I'm going to bring out Torkoal. To make it worse. Reflect to lower down any physical damage. And if that was Sucker Punch, it's not going to do anything. It was Wicked Blow right into the Torkoal. Does, ooh, even with a crit, does nothing. Bleak Wind, Torkoal avoids the attack, but Grimmsnarl does get hit by it. But Tailwind's now gone, which may or may not be a problem. Helping Hand the Grimmsnarl. I could Flamethrower, but I think Helping Hand the Grimmsnarl into the Urshifu is probably like a really good idea. Helping Hand goes first. Wicked Blow goes next. Does not knock out the Torkoal. Bleak Wind will knock out the Torkoal, unfortunately. But the damage is already done because the Grimmsnarl is going to come in right now and use Play Rough that has been boosted. And will bring down the Urshifu to its sash. Okay, Photosynthesis is activated. No longer has... Oh, he's faster than I am. Well, I mean, it's going to be uncommon. Bring down to its sash. I'm going to punch the Urshifu right in the face. You can either Sucker Punch and knock out the Tornado's going to activate Tailwind. Are you going to Sucker Punch or are you going to Wicked Blow? You do. Goes right into the Fluttermane. That's kind of like a terrible decision in my opinion. I think you should have gone for the double attack instead of going for the Tailwind. You might be able to outspeed me, but I'm going to knock out your Urshifu. And I don't think anything that Tornadus is going to do is going to really put me in danger. He's at little HP left. I've got Reflect. Bleak Wind. What? That's enough? That should not have been enough. He didn't do that much damage before. I mean, good call, but that should not have been enough. So 86? Maybe I should have put up light screen. Keep on going. 1 and 2 so far, but we're in Ultra Ball rank, so that's dope. All right, next matchup, we've got Iron Treads, Limora, Gastrodon, I think that's Iron Moth. Yeah, Iron Moth, Screamtail, and Dragonite. Interesting. I don't think this is going to be your typical like build for Dragonite, but we could see that this team being a Perish Song team. And I'm kind of running out of paper. That's dope. Okay, so match 4. I mean, we could walk in with some good Pokemon here, but I don't think it's going to be the best one. Dragonite might be the problem because if it's the Terra Normal variant, it's going to be extra dangerous. But I think this is a massive counter to all the teams out there that do really, really well. So it could just be a flat out counter. We'll bring in Chien-Pao and Fluttermane, Grimmsnarl, and I want to bring in Serena for the Dragonite. So once Dragonite comes on the field, I switch over to Serena to be able to do a lot of damage in case that is an extreme speeding build. But otherwise, I want to do as much physical damage as possible. But I also don't have to physically put any strain on what Fluttermane's doing because extreme speed can't hit Fluttermane as long as it doesn't Terra. So we'll see. Treads and Iron Moth, let's go. Chien-Pao and Fluttermane. Let's see. No one's really affected by any of my moves here, so we're gonna get Ruination off. I think we're gonna go with the Iron Moth first. Mystic Fire. That would hurt the Iron Treads. But what hurts the Iron Moth? Those 3 moves hurt Iron Moth. I don't really know what Iron Treads is going to do. I think if he's fire, he's got to be steel type. Could be steel, bug, whatever is weak against fire. We'll go after the Iron Moth because it could do Tailwind. So Ruination goes first. Drops it by half. Shadow Ball goes next. And it will knock it out. Iron Hit. Right over to the Chien-Pao. Not bad. That is a definite steel type move. Got that. Gotcha. Like gotcha. Glimora's next. Ooh. Floats on the air, do it to its air balloon. Oh, that's a good question. I think Iron Treads is next because I don't really like it hitting, and I don't know what Glimora is going to do. I mean, it has poison. My Fluttermane's going to go down. So instead of trying to avoid it, I'm just going to force it. They're going to Terra. It's probably the Glimora. That would make sense. It's the Iron Treads. Okay. Turns to ground. Okay. Okay. You don't really negate or resist Ghost. And Spiky Shield goes up for the Glimora. That's cool. All right. So, Ruination. I saw that you moved very last, so here comes Ruination in the Shadow Ball to knock out Iron Treads. This combo is really, really good, especially with single target moves. I would much rather do the double if I could, do it, which is okay. I think they rage quitted. So that's why Chi-Yu is within the roster. They rage quitted. Okay. So yeah, that's why Chi-Yu is in the roster, because then I can lower people's special defenses down with it being on the field. And with Ruination automatically going, it just drops people. Now, is it going to be faster than most Pokemon? Probably. It was able to outspeed Chien Pao last game, so I can't really be upset because of that. Well, not last game, but the first game. But is that something that I want to dedicate the Scarf for if I already have it for Serena? So there's that as well. All right. Next match is up. We've got Landorus, Therian form. Sorry. Urshifu, Fluttermane, Chien Pao, Amoonguss, and Iron Hands. Now, Iron Hands with this combo that I have is going to be very, very, very delicate to work with. Even if I did Ruination, right, I would have to be able to knock out that Iron Hands in one hit. So we were going to have to really play around with what we've got. Chien Pao, Fluttermane for sure. We do have to worry about the Intimidate from Landorus. I don't know what the Urshifu is. Could be Single Strike, could be Rapid Strike. If it is a Rapid Strike, we'll swap out Fluttermane so that we get access to Thunderbolt, and we'll also bring in Serena for avoiding the Aqua Jet, maybe Sucker Punch as well. And then we will bring in, I want to bring in Torkoal. I think Torkoal is going to be really, really beneficial here. It's going to give their Fluttermane a benefit, but I don't think it's going to be enough to where it's going to be a problem. I could also bring in Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is going to be knocked out for sure, though, because of the dark typing in its side. And Tornadus is Tornadus. I don't really have anyone to really... I mean, I can go head-to-head against their Landorus, but I don't think he's going to be able to knock out with the -1 attack. Now, I know that it doesn't do special attack, but, you know, it is. We'll just put this as offensive / defensive. And this is going to be more a Trick Room variant. So you open up with Urshifu, and that's Rapid Strike against Iron Hands. So this is going to be very, very interesting. I can set up, right? But I have to pick my battles here. I'm going to protect on the Chien Pao, and I'm just going to go straight in to the Thunderbolts. Dazzling Gleam hits both. Let's do that instead. I'm going to Dazzling Gleam both of them. Torkoal's here, right? He is. Swap out Torkoal. Terra, Dazzling Gleam, hit them both. I'm expecting the fake out here. Maybe the Drain Punch into Chien Pao, so the Protect is going to be gone. I'm going to bring in Torkoal, bring up the Sun. Special attack gets increased by 80% because the Specs and the Photosynthesis. I'm going to lower down Urshifu's attack period. It's not going to be able to do a whole lot. And I'm going to be the fastest thing on the field outside of Urshifu, who might be Scarfed. If he's Scarfed, he's going to be able to outspeed my Fluttermane. It may not knock it out, but we'll see. They're also going to Terra. Are you going to go to the Urshifu? You are, and you are going to become Terra Water. I'm kind of thinking Terra Water for Urshifu might need to change. For Rapid Strike, yeah, you get like a huge boost, but it's not going to be beneficial. Fake out into the Torkoal, so we called that one. Here comes the Dazzling Gleam. It's going to be 80% effective. Boom! Double knockout! Let's go! I am trying to be quiet. I'm trying to be quiet. The double knockout right off the bat. Torkoal and Fluttermane, man. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so they sent out Amoonguss, and here comes their fourth Pokemon, which is going to be Chien Pao. Chien Pao is going to be incredibly fast here, which is going to do a whole lot of damage. Question is, what are you going to be doing damage to? I'm going to put a lot of pressure on you, though. I'm going to do the double Eruption. And I'm just going to go Dazzling Gleam. So Dazzling Gleam's not going to do a whole lot. Champao is going to protect, which is totally fine. Torkoal, by the way, has Charcoal. It's going to be doing a lot of damage. A lot of damage. And I should be faster than the Amoonguss here. I am quiet, but I should be faster. They are faster. Okay, so that's good to know. They are faster. Okay. Torkoal being asleep, I'm gonna go ahead and just... Should I swap? I mean, it probably won't make a difference, right? You know what? We will swap. We'll swap to Serena, and I'll continue with my shenanigans over with Dazzling Gleam. Because what's the worst that Amoonguss could do? It could Spore, put a lot of my teammates to sleep. But now they can't use priority. Sucker Punch can't be used. Ice Shard cannot be used. Boom. Oh, almost knocks out the Champao, but he holds on because of the sash. But I'm mostly surprised about the Amoonguss, who does stand strong. Using the Citrus Berry, it'll heal up back to half. It was a little less than half. But after 2 attacks, it does a lot of damage. Icicle Crash on the Fluttermane, which is going to knock it out, which is totally fine. We have Serena here, so now Spore isn't going to do jack nothing. And Pollen Puff will go over to the Champao. And I'll go ahead and bring out my Champao. My Champao is looking pretty nice. Now, Ice Shard is on the same tier as... U-turn's also very effective. Everything's super effective against this boy over here. Let's go. We're gonna low sweep, and I'm gonna Ice Shard right into that Amoonguss. Okay. He'll protect, which is a good call. But that Amoonguss has double drops. Oh, there you go. Nice. I like it. Ice Shard goes right into that slot. Are you hoping that the sun goes away? Low sweep. Does nothing. But it will drop the speed once it hits. How long do I have sun for? Sun's going to be for this whole turn. Okay. Low sweep on their Champao and Ice Shard back over to the Amoonguss over there. Which again, Amoonguss has double the stat drop because of both Champaos. It doesn't do enough. Icicle Crash over to the Serena. It is enough to knock it out. And Spore over to my Champao. Okay. So maybe I should have doubled into Champao. Oh no, it moved faster. Never mind. I didn't have a choice. That's right. I was like, maybe I should have doubled into that slot. I didn't have a choice. We're gonna protect on both. Champao's asleep. Torkoal's gonna get his turn. Oh, Torkoal woke up. Dope. So we'll protect. Since Amoonguss is faster than I am, Sacred Sword into my Champao. Hold on because of Sash. Pollen Puff. Oh. Interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot. It was asleep. Duh. Okay. Well, they got this match. I was really hoping. I misplayed a couple of times, obviously. So... Spore's gonna put me to sleep. Yeah, just Eruption. Why not? Sacred Sword. There's a little bit of damage. Spore puts me to sleep. Yep. Okay. Not bad though. So Torkoal slower than Amoonguss. So I think I need to change that. Well, do protect. Hey, first turn wake up with the protect. Let's go. but it screws me over because Spore is going to happen next turn. God dang it. Maybe if I had just flamethrower, but I don't think I would win. Oh, it's going to just Spore every turn anyway. That's cool. I get my first turn anyway, so yeah, flamethrower the Chien Pao. Let's give it a try. Why not? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So I think I need to increase Torkoal's speed because of stuff like this. In Trick Room, Torkoal's gonna be the slowest Pokemon, so maybe we need to change it from quiet to maybe modest, I think. Like, I definitely had this match, but I misplayed. I definitely misplayed. I also noticed that Serena wasn't able to attack. So maybe, I don't think they have a priority move, but maybe that's should be something that we look up as well. Okay. So we've got Annihilate, Entity, Armarouge, Torkoal, Gallade, and Sylveon. So we're going to be looking at like an offensive Trick Room hybrid. Because we want to be as bulky as we can to withstand multiple different attacks, but we also want to remove the possibility of Pokemon going first and all that. So in this case, it's probably best to lead with, I mean, Grimmsnarl would be helpful, but if they use Entity, it takes out priority, so I'm left with Spirit Break, I believe. What do you have? Play Rough. So would that do anything to them? It would do anything. It would do a lot to the Annihilate, but I don't know about anything else. I think we'll come in with our combo then of Talonflame, not Talonflame, but Fluttermane and Chien Pao. We'll bring in our own Torkoal, and they don't have priority either. And I'll bring in Grimmsnarl to kind of livy out everything. Torkoal's probably going to hit really, really hard, but Gallade is going to be very, very interesting, to say the least. So, if they bring out Armarouge and Entity at the same time, most likely this is what's going to happen. I will have to take down Armarouge first. Nope, it's Entity. So Entity is going to be the first target of my opening combo here. Psychic Surge. Now, let's see if Annihilate is fast. So, Psychic Seek goes off on the Entity. We'll first go ahead and get started off with the boost in Terra. Oh, should I? I should probably Terra. Terra's probably going to be like the best option here. And we will go ahead and Ruination the Entity. So this is about 50% increase. We do not have Sun accessible today. And let's see. U-turn. Went first. Okay. Annihilate. Outsped. Chien Pao. Brought out Torkoal. Oh, they brought out Torkoal. That means I get a huge boost to my thing. Unfortunately, Torkoal's not going to take a whole lot of damage here, but Ruination is going to take down Entity by half. And here comes the 80% boosted special attack. Still a lot of damage. So the Annihilate was most likely Scarfed. Because usually it doesn't outspeed. But since it does, I do have to be very, very careful. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I think I'm going to swap. I did bring in my own Torkoal. That's dope. I'm going to Protect. I think that's going to be the best thing that I could do. Because I know that Annihilate outspeeds Chien Pao. Battle is canceled. Never mind. The 80% is huge. It's huge. So wrote down and make a note that to grab the cocks for a speed ape. We want speed. All right, next matchup we've got Tornadus, Hisuian Arcanine, Fluttermane, Golden Go, Landorus, and this is his not incarnate, his other one, Therian, that's it. And Urshifu. We don't know what Urshifu it is yet, but we will have to deal with Tailwind. So this is going to be a, I want to say offensive Intimidate build with Tailwind. So because of that, we're going to need to know a couple of things. We do have Arcanine that's going to be able to intimidate everyone to the ground. I only really have, well, I do have 3 and 3, so that's not going to be completely accurate. But we're going to walk in with Chien-Pao and Fluttermane again. They don't have anyone that's going to really reduce the amount of damage that we are going to be doing. So we might bring in Tornadus for the Trick Room. Not Trick Room, but for the Tailwind. We do need balance in that aspect. And I'll bring in Grimmsnarl for the 4th. I don't want to bring in Torkoal. I don't think Torkoal's going to be super beneficial here, especially when they have Urshifu. And if it's Rapid Strike, we're in trouble. Oh, that's dope. So many shinies. That's so cool. Okay, they sent out Hisuian Arcanine and Tornadus. Intimidate goes off, so Chien-Pao is going to lose some resources there. I'm going to go ahead and Ice Shard the Tornadus, and I'm going to start us off by... I mean, well, Arcanine's going to have extreme speed, so I think it's best if I don't do that. Shadow Ball? We can go for the Shadow Ball. Thunderbolt isn't going to help it, right? Well, I mean, it's still effective. Shadow Ball. We'll go for the stab, and we'll go for Arcanine. Ice Shard first. Does not get the one-hit KO, so that's interesting. They'll activate Tailwind. Here comes... Ooh. Rough. Flare Blitz goes right into the Arcanine slot because they do have Tailwind. They're going to be faster. We'll bring in our own Tornadus now. And we're going to go ahead and Ruination the Arcanine, and I'm going to Tailwind our side. It'd probably be best if I had used Protect here, but that's okay. Ruination will drop Arcanine down to half current. Bleak Wind activates, gets Chien-Pao to 778, so about half. Here comes Rock Slide, it's gonna knock out both Pokemon. So we got this one's an L. Okay. That's interesting. So obviously we're going to be running here because it's a 1v4 and 2 of them might be weak, but it's not worth it. So I definitely picked my Pokemon wrong in that match, for sure. So Ice Shard did about 70-80% to our left. Tornadus was 70-80%. I'm not 100%. We will check the calcs for that. Okay. Next match. Oh, this is obvious. Trick Room. Okay, so we got Ursaluna, Cresselia, Dragonite, Urshifu, Fluttermane, and Iron Hands. Now, because it is a obvious Trick Room setup, we're going to need to be heavy hitters and have Serena for the obvious shenanigans that we might have to do it. So Iron Hands and Dragonite for sure are the ones that we're gonna have to worry about. Urshifu can also be something that we have to worry about as well. If it's Rapid Strike, Aqua Jet is a possibility, but it could be swinging away from that. Aqua Jet's good, but it's iffy. We'll go in with our opener, which is the Chien-Pao Fluttermane, because we're gonna outspeed them until they take it away from us. We'll bring in Serena for the back, and we'll bring in Torkoal. That way we can set up for the Sun for Fluttermane, if in fact that we have to do that. So for match 3, we're looking at a strong Trick Room team. And we'll call this priority variant. As we do have Dragonite. Now, it may not be a, extreme speed Dragonite. It's going to be really, really hard to tell. It is Single Strike and Urshifu, and not Single Strike Urshifu and Iron Hands on their side. Very, very easy Pokemon to pick out from here. Now, Sucker Punch is going to be doing a lot of damage to our Fluttermane, especially since Chien-Pao is out. We could swap Chien-Pao to bring out Torkoal, and I'm going to Terra, Dazzlegleam, and it should hit both these slots. Now, Sucker Punch could go into Fluttermane, which won't kill it. I'm going to remove the weakness now from Chien-Pao. Ruination's not going to help us here, at least not in this bit. Fake Out can also go in. They're probably not going to target the Chien-Pao because they can't, they could target Fluttermane, but they don't know if I'm going to keep them with excuse me, if I'm going to keep them Ghost or Terra. So if they guess right, then they earn this. If they guess wrong, then it's kind of 50-50. You kind of have to decide which one's going to be first. But I'm going to Terra. I'm going to open up with Fluttermane with Terra Fairy. And now we got 80% special attack. Urshifu is going to protect, which is a good call. Dazzling Gleam comes out on my side of the field. Iron Hands does nothing. Most likely it was like Drain Punch. Right into that Iron Hands, drops it down to just 1%. Drain Punch goes into the Torkoal, gets very little HP. Now since Torkoal's here, I'm just going to go ahead and Helping Hand the Fluttermane because he's currently faster. And I'm just going to do Dazzling Gleam again. So I'm going to say 80% Special attack. Left. Iron Hands. Less than 5%. It was probably like 2 or 3 HP left. With your Iron Hands, which is a good call. Here comes Cresselia. It's gonna take the attack. Here comes Helping Hand. Dazzling Gleam. Urshifu does nothing this round. But Cresselia almost goes down, as well as the Urshifu, who is holding the sash. Wicked Blow right over to the Torkoal. Does not knock it out. Gets really, really close. Helping Hand again. And I'm just going to go right to the Dazzling Gleam. Urshifu may protect here, which is probably going to be the best thing. But that switch in with Cresselia is going to be... was super hard. Honestly, I probably would have just expected Iron Hands to fall and then done something else. Here comes Helping Hand from the Torkoal up to the Fluttermane. Urshifu is going to protect. Good call. Dazzling Gleam from the Fluttermane is not going to hurt the Urshifu because he protected, but it is going to knock out this Cresselia. So same thing left. Cresselia really low. I'm gonna say like sub 10%. Out comes Iron Hands, who's most likely gonna fake out this time, if he's going to. I'm gonna protect on the Torkoal now. Swap. Is that wise? Yes. Swap to the Serena. Because Fake Out's going to come in and Serena is going to stop the Fake Out. Can't be used. Protect. Fake Out. Yep, there it is. Does not work. Wicked Blow right over to Serena, which is going to absorb the attack. Torkoal's going to flamethrower the Iron Hands, and I'm going to go ahead and use Play Rough. Oh, both of these would be affected by that, but I'm going to go straight for the Urshifu. Or Sucker Punch priority, so you can't do it. And I believe I outspeed Urshifu with Scarf. They're going to Terra. Iron Hands to water. I mean, Trop Kick would have been perfect there, but I'm not doing that. Urshifu is going to protect, which is a good call. Play Rough into that slot does nothing. Drain Punch into Serena. Ooh, he's faster than Serena? That's weird. Serena's scarfed. Sunlight faded. Bring out Chin Pao. Swap Torkoal up for Fluttermane. Chin Pao, and then an Ice Shard into Iron Hands. We're gonna knock it out. So Iron Hands outspeeds Serena. That's a problem. She's scarfed and she's getting outsped. And this is not within Trick Room, by the way. This is outside of Trick Room. That's insane. He's got 63. I have 92. Comes Dragonite. Ice Shard into the Dragonite slot. Ooh, super effective. One shot, one hit KO. Let's go. Urshifu uses Sucker Punch, does nothing. Ouch. Ouch. Now just fake out, outspeed. Ice Shard. It does. So, Sucker Punch came out. I'm going to hit the Dazzling Gleam, and then I'm just going to Ice Shard the Iron Hands, because he has to pick which one he wants. Fake Out goes to the Flutter Mane, which is totally fine. Ice Shard goes right into the Iron Hands, knocks it out. Sucker Punch probably was for the Chien Pao, but fails because it's at a lower speed tier. Because... oh, where is it? Oh no. Ice Shard's on the same one as Sucker Punch, but I outsped it. Close combat into the Chien Pao brings it down to a sash, and Urshifu is now very, very low. Yeah, we'll go Dazzling Gleam, and we'll end it with Ice Shard. There you go. I don't need to use or wait for Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch. I mean, it's on the same speed tier, but for some reason, Ice Shard does go. Oh, it says the move always goes first. It's like extreme speed. Okay, well, that was a W. All right, next match is up. Ooh, we've got a little bit of a rain team here going. We've got Pelipper, Basculegion, Thundurus, Chien Pao, Dracopult, and Baxcalibur. So we got an offensive rain team. It's got a little bit of priority, but not too much. We just have to worry about Basculegion being in the rain, because he's going to outspeed everything, especially my team. He caps out at like 286 with Scarf, I think, maybe even more than that. So it's going to be like a uphill battle. We'll bring in our Chien Pao Flutter Mane opener for sure. Torkoal, and I'm not going to worry about getting up Tailwind. I mean, Tornadus is probably going to take advantage of that, but I don't think he has Tailwind. But I'm going to bring in Grimmsnarl, so I don't have to worry about it. I mean, there's kind of a little bit of priority. Aqua Jet for Basculegion, Ice Shard, possibility Sucker Punch from Chien Pao, Dragon. I mean, yeah, no, we'll stick with that. We'll bring in Grimmsnarl, so we'll leave Serena in the back. Serena right now is kind of like on the bottom part of the tier list, or the hill, if I may. Only because of the fact that, like, I have her set for speed, like a fairly decent amount of speed, and she's still being outsped by Pokemon that shouldn't be outspeeding her, including Iron Hands. That's weird. All right, so we opened up with Chien Pao and Flutter Mane. They opened up with Chien Pao and Baxcalibur. So we do need to take care of a couple of things. That Flutter Mane is definitely weaker in its current predicament, but we can set off with the Ruination over to the Baxcalibur. We're going to Terra, go Dazzling Gleam, and hit both slots. The only thing I could possibly do here to make that a little bit better is to maybe swap out Flutter Mane for maybe Grimmsnarl, but I also leave myself open incredibly with the Chien Pao only having Ice Shard. I mean, Ruination's good, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to be like staring down a barrel of a cannon, if you ask me. They're going to Terra their Baxcalibur, and it's going to be Ground. Okay. So it's probably gonna be spamming earthquakes here in just a minute. Chien-Pao's gonna protect. Yep, it's gonna be earthquakes. This is gonna be really, really fun. Ruination. Avoid what? How does he avoid? Isn't it like 100%? Dazzling Gleam over to that slot does. Oh, that would have been it. That would have been it. That would have knocked him out. Okay. So Flareman goes down. 100%. I'm gonna say about less than 50%, just because I don't know the true rating of that. We're gonna bring out Grimmsnarl now. We're going to protect with Chien-Pao, and I'm gonna go ahead and use Reflect. Reflect is a physical one, right? Yes, it is. I should fake out, but I'm gonna just set up Reflect. I need my screens up. At least one. I don't know about the rest. Oh, that's weird. That was Terra Ground. Okay. So Chien-Pao protected. I did the Reflect. So we had Ice Shard go into that slot. I think it was from the Baxcalibur. Someone did something. I was looking down, so I didn't notice. We're going to go Ice Shard into the Baxcalibur, and I'm going to go Play Rough into Chien-Pao. I don't think Ice Shard's going to knock out the Baxcalibur, but we've got two Chien-Paos on the field, which should lower its defense. Yep, there it goes. I think both of them maybe went into the Chien-Pao and did nothing. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe even Baxcalibur went into something else. Sucker Punch will fail for sure. Here comes Play Rough right into that Chien-Pao slot, drops it down to the 1 HP. How do you beat Sucker Punch? You get priority moves like Ice Shard that says no. That's how you do it. So now it's 1-1. Here comes. Yep, here goes that. So now I'm gonna need to swap to bring out Torkoal to swap the weather, and I'm gonna bring up Light Screen, so the hurricanes don't hit me so hard. We're gonna check the move percentage. On the move. Sucker Punch will also fail again. Here comes Light Screen. So now hurricanes don't do as much damage. And miss. Completely. That's dope. Okay. Let's do... Why not? Let's do an Eruption. And then I'm gonna Play Rough. Will Eruption be good? Torkoal's the slowest Pokemon on the field. So maybe Flamethrower? No, we'll just go straight Eruption. He's got Charcoal. Play Rough on the Chien-Pao. Withdrew. So Pelipper's gonna leave so he can bring out Bascule Legion. Yep, there he is. Sucker Punch on the Torkoal. Not so much, but it does quite a bit of damage. Play Rough. Gonna knock out the Chien-Pao. Here comes the free switching with the Pelipper, so that was a good, thing for them. But here comes an Eruption from the Torkoal in the sun with Charcoal. Takes it down to 50%, even though it's not super effective. That's cool, and that's not fully gauged either, so that's even better. All right. Torkoal is going to go ahead and just protect, and I'm going to hit... Actually, we're gonna retreat the Torkoal. And I'm going to hit Basculegion with Play Rough. He can't swap out weather, so if he knocks out Chien Pao, I just bring in Torkoal and I reset the weather to what I want it to be. Wave Crash. Oh, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. The recoil, though, was really, really high. And the loss because of life, life orb. Oh, Chien Pao survives with 6 HP left. Out comes Torkoal. Drought. So I shard the Basculegion. Wait, is that what I want to do? Yeah, because it doesn't affect Pelipper. That's right. And I'm gonna flamethrower the Pelipper. I'm not gonna Eruption. Eruption's a bad call here. Wide Guard, hoping that the Eruption's gonna come out, but it's not. It's a good call though. Ice Shard into the Basculegion to knock it out. And here comes the Flamethrower. Ooh, little more than half. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Ice Shard. I would do a Ruination, but I think Ice Shard's going to be the best because it's priority. Actually, Chien Pao is going to protect because I want it to be able to survive a little bit more. Flamethrower is going to hit it again. Flamethrower did a lot, so I'm just going to go with that for now and give myself a clear bit of an opening. So there's Hurricane, would have hit the Chien Pao, would have knocked out the Chien Pao. Ice Shard would have did a little bit of damage, would have set up for the win, I do not know. But at least this, oh, there it is. At least I set up to where if I did miss, or if for whatever reason it just didn't do enough damage, I had an out. So that's what I wanted. Not bad. I need to look at the calcs for Basculegion again. That was insane. All right. Our final match of the day is up and ready to go. We've got, ooh, new Pokemon. Okay, so we got Gyarados, Weavile, Chien Pao, Pelipper, Scizor, and Urshifu. Okay, a bunch of Pokemon that know priority moves. So this is probably a priority-based team. And I can't blame them, but I'm going to have to bring in Serena now. Okay, Serena is like 100% required. So because Serena is going to be required, I'm going to need to bring in Tornadus to help her out quite a bit. Pelipper is in the team, and I don't see Basculegion, but it is going to help Pokemon like Urshifu and Gyarados, so I think I'm bringing in Torkoal. And because I'm bringing in Torkoal, I think the best one to bring in is going to be Fluttermane. I mean, I did survive quite a bit of attacks with screens, but then that's bringing in 2 supporters. And he also does have Fake Out, and he doesn't really have anyone. Well, I mean, Weavile has it. I shouldn't play it that way. Weavile does have Fake Out, but I'm bringing in Serena, so I negate all priority moves. So there's that. She's Scarf though. That's gonna be rough. I have to kind of plan this out accordingly. I think Play Rough might be the best one. Weavile and Scizor. So we opened up with the best open that we could possibly have. Trop Kick might be the thing that we go for now. Weavile is exerting pressure, so we're gonna go ahead and use Tailwind. And Low Sweep hits Weavile, U-Turn hits Weavile, Play Rough hits Weavile, everything hits Weavile. Low Sweep does hit Scizor, and I think I'm going to hit him first. So let's see if this this player knows about Queenly Majesty. Fake Out does not work. Tailwind. So they might have not known. Bullet Punch does not work. It's priority. Low sweep. It's supposed to lower people's stuff, but alright. Since we did low sweep, we're gonna hit Weavile now. Air slash. Hit Scizor for quite a bit of damage. Low sweep over on Weavile, which is a one-hit KO. Damage on Serena is really low too. Scizor survives with 1 HP with its current stat values, so that's cool. Brings out Pelipper. Brings on the rain. Swap to bring out Torkoal so that we don't have to deal with the rain. And I'm gonna low sweep the... Is that enough? I mean, right now I outspeed them, but I do not like... We'll swap out Serena. I will Air Slash the Scizor, swap out Serena for Torkoal to get rid of the rain. They probably called that move, but we'll see what happens. Bullet Punch isn't going to be able to knock out anyone on my side of the field. Scizor's going to protect. That's a good call. Air Slash. Goes to the protect. But here comes the Hurricane. And it's going to miss. Because Torkoal says so. Swap out Tornadus to bring out Serena. We're going to Terra Fire Eruption, and we're just going to nuke everything on that side of the field. They're probably going to swap out Pelipper. They're also probably going to do like another setup move. So I'm hoping that they predict me maybe doing a switch in for Serena so that they cannot use the move that they want to use, because Tailwind on my side is already up and ready to go. So they can only realistically maybe, right? Use Tailwind on their side to kind of even out the speeds, or they just allow this to happen. But I'm getting out Serena again. She's only got 1 HP left. She's not going to be able to survive a whole lot. Withdrew Scizor. I kind of like that ball animation. That's dope. To bring out Qianpao. Ooh, that's a terrible choice. That's a terrible choice. Oh, no. Oh no, I mean it's gonna survive because of Focus Sash if it carries it. Oh no. That's a terrible choice. Pelipper's gonna protect, which is a good call. So I did convince them to swap into many different things. Eruption. It's gonna mainly hit the Qianpao, brings it down to its sash. That's a really strong. That's really strong. And Tailwind's gone. Serena's gonna swap out now to bring out Fluttermane. And Torkoal is gonna go for the Flamethrower on the Pelipper. I think that's the best call. Because Wide Guard could come out from the Pelipper if they decide to keep it in. It wouldn't be wise. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the Qianpao with Flamethrower. I'm assuming they're gonna retreat the Pelipper so that they can reset the weather and lower that the damage that Torkoal can do. Which then they're gonna bring out their Scizor. Or that was the other option too. I did not want to get stuck with Wide Guard. Ice Spinner is going to go right into Fluttermane, which is a noble sacrifice. I'm sorry. But here comes Flamethrower straight to Qianpao. And that's why you have Flamethrower, guys. Not Heat Wave. Heat Wave is great, but Wide Guard says no to that. So just be warned of that. Okay, we're gonna bring out Serena. They're 1 HP, but Scizor comes out and he can't use priority now. How long do we have Tailwind? Oh, Tailwind's gone. Dope. Tailwind is gone. Drop kick. Oh, we could U-turn. U-turn could be really, really beneficial here. I think that's what I'll use. No. No, I won't. Because if I swip out and they use... Well, no, that goes first. Priority goes first. We will Flamethrower the Scizor. Scizor is going to protect. So I doubled into that slot. That was a terrible idea. Hydro Pump. Right over to the Serena. Yep, that was a one-hit KO. Nothing I could have done to avoid that. Torkoal used Flamethrower on the Scizor. That protected. Out comes Tornadus, which has done a very, very, very fantastic job. Tornadus is now going to use Tailwind, and I'm going to use Flamethrower on the Scizor. It can't protect now, so I have a good opening to this. I don't want to use Eruption because if Pelipper guesses that I will, I'm kind of stuck. Which I think it would correlate with outside of, you know, protecting, but we'll see. They're finally going to Terra. It's going to be the Scizor, and it's going to be water. Tailwind goes up. Hydro Pump misses. Terra Blast right into the Torkoal. That's so cool looking. Super effective, but I am bulky. Here comes a Flamethrower right to that Scizor. Knock it out. That Hydro Pump, though, that probably would have made the difference. And Sunlight's gone. Air Slash into the Pelipper, and I'm going to protect Torkoal. It can use Wide Guard now if it wants. I don't think it's going to. It doesn't. It decides to go... Oh! Decides to do nothing because it's flinched and couldn't move. I'm going to Helping Hand the Tornadus just because I can. That did a lot of damage. That was a good, what, 30-40%? Air Slash. Boop. Knocks out the Pelipper. Not bad. Not bad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in our first matches here, we've got Ursaluna, Cresselia, Dragonite, Urshifu, Fluttermane, and Iron Hands. So it is a Trick Room variant team, and I kind of remember the name. So it's going to be very interesting if if this is a person that we played before. So we're going to go ahead and open up with Fluttermane and Chien-Pao. We will have to worry about priorities. So I think we open up with Serena and Grimmsnarl. I think that's going to be a good choice here for our final pick. Now, if they open up with Dragonite, I swap Chien-Pao for Serena so that we don't get hit with the extreme speed. But if they go to set up for Trick Room, I'm going to be as super offensive as I totally can. I didn't bring in Torkoal. That's probably like my fault. Cresselia and Iron Hands versus Chien-Pao and Fluttermane. So immediately, I'm going to have to do something drastic because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Fake Out's higher than... Terra Fairy, Dazzling Gleam, swap out to Serena. We won't be able to get an attack in, but at least we won't be hit by Fake Out right away. which is something that I'm worried about because Ursaluna is most likely going to be in the back. I should have brought in Torkoal. That was a terrible idea. I should have definitely brought in Torkoal. So we got... Oh, ally switch. Okay. Alright, that's interesting. I mean, it did fake me out for a minute, but is that enough to do anything? Heavy Slam on the Flutter Mane. So this is a Trick Room setup. And now that I know that ally switch is in the mix, I'm going to be a little bit more easy-ish going from here on out. I'm going to bring out Grimmsnarl though. That seems like a good Pokemon to bring. And I'm going to go ahead and fake out the Cresselia, and I'm going to play rough into the Iron Hands. Fake out, boom. Gonna hit the Cresselia. Does it have? Nope, does not have Rocky Helmet, but the play rough into Iron Hands is gonna knock it out. And Cresselia flinch, could not move. Okay, Dragonite. Now this is going to be very interesting. We're going to go ahead and bring up Reflect. And I'm going to go ahead and do Play Rough on Cresselia. We're going to lower down the damage that Dragonite could do. If they do extreme speed, it's not going to do a whole lot. Play Rough misses. It does have 90. But here comes the Ice Spinner right into Cresselia, who will survive. Trick Room is activated. Okay, she twisted the dimensions. And I'm going to put up Light Screen. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do... excuse me. Serena's in danger, but I don't want to get hit with anything terrible. Trick Room's up, so I can't do anything about it. Yeah, well, I mean, I'll try Play Rough again. Grimmsnarl Play Rough into the Dragonite. Gets almost out, but it does barely survive. Lunar Blessing from the Cresselia. It's going to heal up about 30%. Ice Spinner from the Dragonite is going to hit the Serena now. Okay. So now priority moves can be used. I think that is a Scarfed Dragonite, though. So now we'll bring in Chien-Pao. And now Chien-Pao is going to be really, really detrimental here. We're going to Play Rough into the Cresselia, and I'm going to Ice Shard into Dragonite. I get priority now, so regardless of what I do, I'm going to outspeed it. Withdrew Dragonite, which is a good call. Here comes Ursaluna. Ooh, terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. Ice Shard into that slot. That's about a third. Play Rough into the Cresselia. Moonblast into Chien-Pao. Will not knock it out. Gets pretty close, though. Grimmsnarl. Let's use Reflect. Light Screen would be beneficial here. Actually, we'll do this. We'll Play Rough into the Ursaluna and Ice Shard into that slot right after that. I have priority, so I'm going to attack first. This is going to go right into the Ursaluna. Water. Ghost. Okay. I don't know what they're trying to avoid, but it's not a bad pick. Here comes Ice Shard. Does a little bit of damage. Swords Dance. You don't go for the Earthquake or the Facade. Okay, Play Rough. You have very little HP left. Are you? Yep. There's Lunar Blessing. Okay. And burn was cured. Puts it right back on. Trick Room has one more turn. Oh, burn, which does plus 50% because of guts. And then a +2 with sword stance. Is that going to be enough? I mean, we could haze, but I go last. We'll risk it. Let's go. Good call with the protect. Ice Shard. Into the play rough. Like, Grimmsnarl attacks after Ursaluna, so it's a good call. They're probably using oh, it's Moonblast. Chainpal gets knocked out. Was Reflect up or was it down? I want to say that it was down. Dimensions return to normal. Light Screen was down. I didn't put up light screen. That might have been the better play there. Why does it say... Oh. Never mind. Yeah, we'll go into the Ursaluna. Oh, now it's gonna go right into the Cresselia instead. That's totally cool. I'm okay with that. Facade. Boop. Good match. So Ice Shard did 1/3 HP to Ursaluna. What else happened? We've seen the normal metric for Fluttermane, so that's okay. Speed for Serena is fixed. I like how that speed tier works. So we're good there. Man, we were literally one fight away from having our victory next time. All right, next up, we've got Urshifu, Grimmsnarl, Thundurus, Golden Goat, Wu-Chen, and Hisuian Arcanine. So this is more of a status effect team. And what status teams do is that they slow you down as much as possible by using Paralyze, screens, and Leech Seed and Intimidate. So we do have quite a bit, some kind of like a defense core. As well. Okay, so how do we combat this particular team? Well, Ice Shard may be able to take out Tornadus, but I don't think we're going to have to worry about anything right away. We could bring in Serena to turn off a lot of the priority moves that we could possibly see from, you know, Grimmsnarl, Tornadus, like I said, because Thunderwave is going to be priority. So I think that's what we're going to open up with first. We'll go Tornadus, Serena, Torkoal, and then we'll bring Fluttermane in the back so that we can kind of level the playing field a little bit. Now, we do have, obviously, Dazzling Gleam for Fluttermane. We do have Thunderbolt for Urshifu, if that is Rapid Strike. We'll have to see if it's going to be single strike or rapid strike. Either one, we do have answers for. Tornadus and Arcanine, so it's going to lower down our attacks. So Serena is going to get affected by this a little bit, but it's not going to be super effective as it possibly could be. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate Tailwind on our side, and then we're going to low sweep the Arcanine. Now Arcanine could do a lot of damage to us because it is fire rock, so Flare Blitz could do a lot of damage. Ooh, speed drop, but it does about a fourth. Wind Bolt, Tornadus dodges it, and so does Serena. Flare Blitz comes in. That's a no-go. So low sweep 1-4. So it means do not use that. That's what that means. That's what it means. Do not use that Pokemon. Now we're gonna bring up Fluttermane. Swap out Tornadus because we got Tailwind up, so we don't have to worry about that. And we're just gonna go ahead and Terra, Dazzling Gleam. It's not gonna do as much to the Arcanine, but we are spec'd 50% and now gonna be 80, and we just need to be able to hit over that 50% value. That's exactly how this team works 80% of the time. If I can get them to at least half strength, I will hit them first. Two, 3, Arcanine. Not a good Pokemon too. Serena. Airy Impulse is going to drop my special attack 2 stages, but it's not. Oh, it might be enough. I'm at 369 before, and it does. Oko. Rare Blitz. -2. I need to get my attack. Okay. Did barely anything to Torkoal, but enough to Fluttermane. We're just going to go right into it again and hope for the best. Here comes the Extreme Speed, though. Right into the Fluttermane, which is going to knock it out. And Airy Impulse is going to drop Torkoal's special attack. It's not going to knock out the Tornadus at this point. Or Thundurus, I'm sorry. Not taunting the Thundurus has definitely been a thorn in our side for sure. So I think the best option that we have is to walk in. I do have Tailwind up for one more turn. We'll go ahead and get set up with the Eruption, and I'm gonna taunt the Thundurus. He's probably gonna wear Mental Herb. Nope. And there was the Thunder Wave, so we prevented that. Here comes the Rock Slide. It's gonna knock out nobody, but it does cause Torkoal to flinch. And I'm okay with that for the most part because of the fact that we're gonna have to be okay with that, which is gonna stink. Sunlight. I don't have Tailwind. They're taunted, so they can't do anything. Oh, let's see. Both of those are not very effective. Torkoal is protecting. Let's get rid of Thundurus. I took him out and dealt with him way too late. Airy Impulse would not have done the damage that it did for either one of my Pokemon if I would have just taunted him turn 1, but I didn't, and that was my fault. Here comes Rock Slide, which is gonna miss. Oh, Torkoal's protected, but it's not gonna miss Tornadus. I mean, we're out of here. This is a loss. So I didn't taunt Thunderous, and this was a Rapid Strike Urshifu. And because I didn't taunt Thunderous, it cost us the game. Like I said, a -2, even at 369, which is what Fluttermane's special attack clocks out to with the Sun and Specs, brought it down significantly because it was -2. And I'll have the actual number for you. In tomorrow's video. It's going to take me a while to have that reflect 369 with the Sun and photosynthesis boost. So there's that. All right, next match is up, and we've got, ooh, very interesting choice. We've got Tornadus, Bramblegast, Fluttermane, Chi-Yu, Urshifu, and Goldengo. We do not know if that's Single Strike or Rapid Strike, but we can surmise that it might be. And we will have to figure out what we're going to want to do. Okay. All right. So Bramblegast gets boosted when wind attacks are used, so any flying type moves. Tailwind is going to be one. I think Air Slash might also boost it up, so we do have to be very careful with this particular Pokemon, but I don't think that we'll have any problems after that. We may have to bring in Tailwind just in the event that we will be outsped. So we'll bring in our tried and true Pokemon, Tornadus, Fluttermane, as to open. Bring in Torkoal, and we'll bring in Grimmsnarl on the back. We'll leave Chi-Pao alone for now, because I don't know what the other Pokemon are going to do. But if he brings out Bramblegast, I think they're Grass Ghost, so I should be able to use A, Shadow Ball, or B, Mythical Fire to do something. So we'll hope for that. And if in fact that does happen, and we for whatever reason need to be able to outspeed our opponent, we do have outs. So Goldengo and Tornadus versus Fluttermane and my Tornadus. I think that we will still outspeed, but I think I have to go for the attack for the Golden. Oh. Tailwind for sure, because we have to get set up with that right now. And we'll go with the Mythical Fire for Goldengo. They're gonna Terra Goldengo. Yep. Water. Steel. Ooh. This Mythical Fire is going to make it really, really bad on that Pokemon for sure. I'm glad I didn't double into it. But they went ahead and did Tailwind. I'm going to do Tailwind after that. And I outspeed Goldengo because I'm, you know, Fluttermane. Ooh, almost one-hit KO. I drop its special attack, so maybe Make It Rain won't do that much. I did drop it one stage. Fluttermane will not live, but Tornadus will. And it drops it down -2. A Nasty Plot will bring it right back up to full health, though. So that's kind of crappy, but it is something that we can deal with. We'll bring out Grimmsnarl. And Tornadus is going to go ahead and protect, and Grimmsnarl is going to fake out that Golden Go. It may not knock it out. It may only drop him down to 1 or 2 points. We will see. -1. They'll protect. No, that's me. Never mind. Fake out. It did nothing. Wow. Okay. Bleak Wind does hit Grimmsnarl. Okay. Wow, it does nothing. Oops. Do I want to Air Slash the Golden Go? I do need to knock it out. It's going to be a problem. Tailwind. So we both have 2 turns left. Air Slash the Golden Go, and I'm going to go ahead and bring up Light Screen so that I can resist another turn if I need to. Pranksta Power. Air Slash. I missed. Okay. Grimmsnarl avoids the attack. Tornadus goes down. So now we need to look at Air Slash. I think it's 95. Make it rain. Goes down. Grimmsnarl. At -2. Now -3. -3. That probably would have done better if I would have swapped out to Torkoal, but I couldn't risk it because Golden Go was going to be faster. That is a -3 now. So at -2, it's still hitting for a crap ton. We're going to Terra Fire right into Interruption. It's the best option that I have. Withdrew Tornadus. It probably didn't want to take any more unneeded damage, but here comes Bramblegast. Wind Rider, attack Rose. I think it's because of the fact that Tailwind's active. So that's interesting. Wind Rider is activated regardless if you use it on that turn. Bramblegast will hold on due to the sash. Golden Go will go down in 1 hit, but the Make It Rain that was -3 barely did anything. But now our Tailwinds are gone, but he's going to be able to activate his and give Bramblegast another bump in speed. No, attack, I'm sorry. He's going to be able to give him another bump because of Wind Rider, because that's going to happen, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and just do the Eruption and hope for the best at this point. Now, Torkoal is physically bulky, so he's not going to take a lot of hits laying down. Bleak Wind is going to hit Torkoal for a lot. Bramblegast is going to strike Power Whip, but misses. Thank you, Torkoal. Here comes the Eruption. The Eruption from Torkoal in the Sun, Terra with Charcoal. Will knock out Bramblegast, but it does not knock out Tornadus. At his level of HP, it's going to be really, really hard for him to do that now. If only I could, like, all-in pop my own Pokemon. That'd be dope. Here comes Urshifu, who is Rapid Strike. Let's do flamethrower on the Urshifu and hope that we burn. Bleak Wind goes off, it misses. Urshifu attacks, Surgeon strikes. That's gonna kill me. Even in the sun, that's way too much. That's a loss. So we've got alright, our next match is up and ready to go. We've got Tornadus, Fluttermane, Zapdos, Rillaboom, Golden Go, and Heatran. A lot of good Pokemon here. And I apologize. I'm just bringing up this information about upcoming events for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Okay, so possible Tailwind team, so could also be very aggressive as well. We do have two contenders that can use Tailwind, which is Tornadus and Zapdos. Rillaboom, who knows Fake Out. Fluttermane, who's going to take all sorts of names during this thing. I think we're going to go in with Fluttermane, Chien-Pao, Torkoal, and then I want to bring in Serena, but I don't think Serena's going to do anything because the only one that can use any type of priority move right now is Rillaboom. No one else has one. So I'm going to bring those in and Tornadus to counteract the Trick Room. Not Trick Room. I don't know why I keep saying that. Tailwind. Tailwind's what I'm trying to say. Torkoal being in the team to do anti-Trick Room is fine if I bring him in. I forgot Torkoal in the first match. Terrible decision. I can't read those. Golden Go and Heatran. Let's go. It's Chien-Pao and Fluttermane. Both of these Pokemon are a big pain in the butt. So, what should we do? Honestly, I don't think any of these Pokemon are going to be very useful. If you want me to be very frank with you, I don't think they're going to be useful here. So swap out to Torkoal. No, not Torkoal. Fudge. Okay, I think I'm stuck. Shadow Ball to Ruination to Golden Go. We're gonna try it. Ruination goes for the Golden Go, drops him to 50%, keeps him in the green so he doesn't pop any any berries. Shadow Ball into the Golden Go slot, which is gonna knock him out. One hit KO. Not literally one hit, but we get it's a knockout. Body Press goes right into the Chien-Pao. He'll survive with 1 HP left. We are now locked into Shadow Ball with Fluttermane, which isn't a bad way to have it in this situation. That is Fluttermane. Okay. We're gonna Terra, Shadow Ball into the Fluttermane slot now. And I'm gonna Ruination. No. No, I'm not. I'm gonna swap to Torkoal now. I'm gonna swap into Torkoal, leaving Chien-Pao alive just a little bit longer. It doesn't drop people's defenses anymore, but the Drought is gonna kick in and it's gonna activate the photosynthesis for both my Fluttermane and theirs. I can only hope that their special attack as well. If they're speed, they're gonna outspeed me. Special attack. So now it's a 50-50 flip of who gets to attack first and what they do. Since I'm locked into Shadow Ball, I can't really do anything more Heatran is probably going to knock out my Fluttermane though, so I can only hope that I knock out theirs first. Fluttermane goes in to theirs and does not get the one hit KO because it has the Sash. Shadow Ball goes right into my Fluttermane. Still does a ton of damage. Magma Storm also now stops Fluttermane from being swapped, but it knocks it out. Not the best thing that I want to see, but I'll take it because I have to. Bring in back Chien Pao. Chien Pao is going to go ahead and use Ice Shard, and I'm just going to protect with Torkoal. Heatran could have Earth Power. Withdrew Fluttermane, which is a good call. I can't read that. Tornadus. Protects. Ice Shard into that slot. Gets him down. That's where that 70% goes. So I didn't get the 97, I got the basic bottom tier damage. Which is unfortunate, but again, I'll have to take it. My Tornadus now comes in. And I'm going to go ahead and just use Tailwind. And I'm going to use Flamethrower. That's Eruption, not Flamethrower, on their Tornadus. Not really playing that good today. I totally didn't realize that I didn't really have anything realistically for Heatran. And I think that's a terrible decision if you ask me. Rain Dance goes off. Magma Storm now hits the Tornadus. So I'm gonna do a little bit less fire attacks because it drops it to half. Flamethrower does not do that much damage, and Magma Storm does damage over time and stops me from running because I'm bound. So I'll go ahead and just hit that. Are you gonna have... You have to have Flash Fire. There's no way. There's no way you don't have Flash Fire. So I'm just gonna help hand the Tornadus instead. It's the only real thing that I've got because I don't really have anything else. They're gonna use Tailwind. I'm not gonna worry about taunting him, even though it should have been the option. Magma Storm now goes to Torkoal. I'm kind of led to believe that you don't have it. I mean, I'm down to my last two Pokemon. I can try and do my best. Here comes Fluttermane. We're going to protect and we're going to Eruption. I want to see if it's Flash Fire. I don't think he has anything else, but I want to know if it's Flash Fire. Moonblast over to Tornadus. It's not going to hurt anything. Taunt to Torkoal. Totally fine with that. Eruption. Flash Fire. Yep, there it is. It's going to definitely knock out, you know, Fluttermane, but it's not going to do anything for a Heatran. Now, its fire moves will do 1.5 times the damage in this effect, which is not great. Not great whatsoever. Is Magma Storm... It is an attacking move, okay. I was thinking it was like a... If it was like a status move, then maybe I can get away from it, but... Nope. Air slash. Nada. Oh, I flinched it. That's dope. Maybe the first thing I should have done is knocked out the Heat Rand, but then I left myself open with Golden Go. Air slash and flamethrower. Ooh, can't because I'm already in the attack. And this, kids, is why you want to have other attacks that isn't fire, so that you can hit the Heat Rands. Tornadus is freed, Torkoal is not, but this is a non... Oh, Torkoal shook off his hunt. That's dope. That's a lot of effects that just ended. Air slash, let's see what Helping Hand will do to it. Maybe it'll do like 2/3, that'd be great. 50%? 40%. Not this small, or just miss. Or just miss. Magma Storm. We tried. Yeah, I realized that I didn't really have anything to deal with Tornadus. Not Tornadus, but Heat Rand. Kinda sucks. Air Slash is 95. Well, match is over. Heat Rand can withstand all of my fire attacks and I can't do anything. That's an L. Oh, man. We did so well. So well. Shucks. Alright, and our 5th and final match is here for today. So, we've got Armrouge, Ceruledge, Azumarill, Entity, Ambrova? It's the seed Pokemon, and Sneasler. Sneasler is an unburdened Pokemon, so it's going to be incredibly fast. We do have some semblance of a Trick Room team with both Ceruledge and Armrouge. So we have anti-priority with Entity, Trick Room, and defensive. So in this aspect, what are we going to be able to do here? I think the best option that I do have, because I can't rely on priority, right? There's going to be no way. So Chien-Pao Fluttermane to open. Hucklecheck could still come out, but my Pokemon are touching the ground. Torkoal and Grimmsnarl. And that's who I'll bring in. I'm hoping that it selected those four. I had those four. If it gives me something different, then we will do what we can. I'm going to put out Ran Out of Time. Terrible thing to do. So we got Entity and Ceruledge. No, wow. Entity and Azumarill versus Chien-Pao and Fluttermane. I do have Torkoal in the back. I am going to go ahead and Ruination, the Entity, Terra, Dazzling Gleam, and hit both of them as hard as I physically can. Now they could bring out Armrouge, right? And they could also bring out Ceruledge. Both Pokemon will not take a lot of damage from Dazzling Gleam. Right now my 50% special attack Spect variant is going to do a lot of damage here. It's like 307.5. But Ruination comes in, drops that Pokemon by half. Dazzling Gleam now comes out, and it should do the rest to Indeedee. And it does, and almost knocks out Azumarill. So we're looking at about 70% on Azumarill. And Liquidation's gonna go to Fluttermane, gets the crit, and knocks it out. Okay. We'll go ahead and bring in Grimmsnarl now. They'll bring out Armarouge. Both my Pokemon are dark. I don't have to worry about anything that comes out of Armarouge. I mean, fire, obviously, but as means of anything else, not really. We're gonna go ahead and I think Play Rough is gonna knock out Azumarill. But Light Screen's probably gonna be better here because I want to be able to have Qianpao survive a little bit. So Ruination's gonna drop Armarouge down to 50%. And a lot of the time they still stay green. I think if it's like evens, it stays green, and I think at odds it goes yellow. So there's yellow. Liquidation. Boom. Into the Qianpao. Will survive. Aura Sphere. Now goes into Qianpao. Will knock it out. Liquidation, huh? Now I'm in trouble. Now I'm in trouble. What should I do? Protect. Play rough into the Azumarill. I think that's going to be the key here. Aura Sphere, I think, is still a special attack. Play rough. Azumarill goes down. Torkoal protects, so he's not going to take any damage this turn. He can't use Expanding Force. Does nothing to Grimmsnarl because he's dark. Does not affect Grimmsnarl. Sewer Edge. Yep. Yep. Helping Hand. And we're gonna... We have Reflect up, right? We have... one. Yeah, play rough into the Armarouge. We're gonna do our best. I can't use any fire attacks against these Pokemon. Bitter Blade. Hits the Torkoal, doesn't do a whole lot because it is a fire type move. Also is a crit. Play rough. Does half of that. Ugh. Expanding Force is gonna knock out Torkoal. Boop. Crit. Every single one of these guys' attacks have been crit. Why is that? That's a little weird. Reflect. Bitter Blade. It's half. Cannon. It's a lot of damage. That went right through Protect. Not Protect, but screens. It's supposed to lower down damage by 50%. Alright, first match is ready to go. Ooh, here we go. We've got the Donzo, Dragonite, Glimora, Fluttermane, Tatsugiri, and Heatran. Now this is why we carry Haze for our Pokemon, because you know we want to make sure that we can counter everything that's going to happen in this particular team. Nope. Okay. So, what are we looking at? We do have Presence of Priority. This is definitely a sushi team for sure. Sushi. They can still get away with quite a bit of stuff, but we're going to try to counter as much as we can. We're going to walk in with Chien Pao and Fluttermane. That's going to take care of two of them. Grimmsnarl. And I mean, Dragonite is going to come in, but I don't think he's going to do anything because do you have anti-priority with Serena? Serena would be beneficial against like the Donzo. I don't think, again, I don't think I'm going to need to do that. I'm going to bring in Torkoal for the switch in. Having the switch in, because like Glimmer, right? It's gonna do a lot of damage to Torkoal, but if I can get the switch in to maybe save like a Chien Pao or the Fluttermane, it's not gonna really make a whole lot of difference, but this is what I'm hoping for. Now, we're also gonna learn something here if ooh, both shinies, let's go. If Ruination procs for Glimmer. If it does, we're in deep doo-doo. But if it doesn't, we're in the gold. We're gonna Ruination the Tatsugiri though, because I do not want to have the Donzo come out. And we're gonna go ahead and just Dazzling Gleam. Is that the call? I mean, if this is Scarp Tatsugiri, it's gonna outspeed Fluttermane, I think. Lamora is a problem. But if yeah, I'm gonna Tatsugiri. I'm gonna take not Terra. I'm not gonna do the Terra because Glimmora has Sludge Bomb. I want to eliminate that possibility automatically. They're gonna Terra. It's the Tatsugiri. Water, Steel. So a lot of Pokemon trainers are going to Steel now, which is dope. Love that. Love that for them. Ruination over on the Tatsugiri. Drops it to 50%. Here comes the Dazzling Gleam. Not going to do as much damage, but Power Gem is going to hit the Chien Pao. Going to rescue him because of Sash. Icy Wind. Aeroblast. Over to the Fluttermane. And that's going to one-hit KO. For sure. Okay, we'll bring out Torkoal now. If it wasn't... I mean, I probably would have gotten... No, Lamar would have lived. That was... I probably would have to... I would have had the Terra and swapped out to Torkoal immediately. Or maybe both of them. That's still a lot of damage. Well, it's not a lot of damage to Tatsugiri. I lied. We're going to protect on the Chien Pao. And I'm going to go straight to Flamethrower. Ooh, good question. Ice Shard to Eruption. We'll see. Witzer Tatsugiri. And then when I sent out Heatran. Heatran's gonna eat the Ice Shard. It's not gonna do a whole lot of damage to him. Toxic. Gonna knock out Chien Pao. That's a... Why? That's really, really weird. Here comes the Eruption, which isn't gonna do anything to the Heatran, but it is gonna do a considerable amount of damage to the Glimmora. Burn? No burn. Toxic's still gonna kill Chien Pao. There's no way to get around that. Maybe they're hoping that I would just do the switch in? Maybe? I'm not 100% sure. But we definitely got the L here. Because there's no way that I can really stop anything in particular. We're gonna hit the Mora with Flamethrower. Fake out the Heatran so he can't do anything this turn. I don't see leftovers. Earth Power into the Torkoal does not knock him out, but I'm not doing Eruption this time. Flamethrower. Goodbye, Glimmora. And Tatsugiri comes back out. Good Pokemon to see. And we're gonna go. We're gonna throw up Protect and Light Screen to kind of deviate the damage a little bit. Hopefully. I don't know what the Heatran's gonna do. Earth Power. Gonna miss. Probably from the Heatran. Aeroblast. Right on over and hitting Grimmsnarl, and he will live with 18 HP left. I haven't used my Terra, but I don't think it's gonna really be worth it. 3 on 2, both my Pokemon are weak, and Heatran will outspeed my Torkoal for sure. Give this a try. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Well, helping hand to see if that helps. Snarl. Oh, he ran out speeds from Snarl. Okay. And so does Tatsugiri. Totally fine. That was a good possibility as well. But at least sets us up with a way that we can kind of see what's going to happen from there. Glad to see that Glimmora is still a problem. Or not a problem, but still seeing play. I don't know what the fourth was. Alright, next match is up. Ooh, okay. Now we're gonna see a lot of variety tonight. That's dope. We got Glimmora. We do have Glimmora. No, Glimmora's not in this team. Wow. Okay. Grimmsnarl, Arcanine, Cresselia, Dodonzo, Rillaboom, and Volcarona. I don't have a water type, so that's going to be very, very interesting. The only person that will use priority, well, there's 2. Fake out. Well, there's 3 possible users, right? Grimmsnarl and Rillaboom does fake out, and Arcanine will use extreme speed. I think those are going to be really prevalent here. I don't know what the Dodonzo is going to do, but I'm assuming that Lunar Blessing is going to come in one way or another. So we're going to have to play this right. Let me adjust the microphone a little bit. There we go. Hopefully it sounds better. Okay. Watermane, Torkoal, Tornadus, Chien-Pao. That's who we'll bring in. Chien-Pao will negate anything that Cresselia could do, or like Psychics, but she still gets access to Moonblast, so that's going to be like a heavy hit on our part, but we'll see what we could do for this match here. All right, we'll open up with Volcarona and Grimmsnarl. Now Fluttermane's going to be doing a lot of damage right off the bat, which may knock out Grimmsnarl without really doing anything. But I am going to be a little bit worried about Torkoal. So what we could do, I can swap out to maybe like Tornadus so that we don't take that much damage. And then we can get like Tailwind up if we need to. So I'll get set up with the with that. I'll swap out to Tornadus so that we can do a little bit more damage to Volcarona. Volcarona is bug type, so the air slash to that slot is going to be really hard, like good to use. And we can also stop it by using taunt to get rid of the quiver dance possibilities. It's going to Terra. It's going to be Terra Water, so now we don't have a weakness. But she doesn't have a resistance to Fluttermane now. The light screen is going to lower down damage by half, but this is an 80% move. Well, 80% attacking move. It's going to do a lot of damage here. Quiver Dance on the Volcarona. It's going to get a slight buff. So speed or special attack, special defense, and speed goes up one stage. But now Fluttermane is going to really start taking games because I'm going to have Terra. And I'm going to go ahead and Tailwind. And when I Tailwind, I'm going to get a bigger boost. And we're going to make that Dazzling Gleam hit harder now. Grimmsnarl missed the opportunity to one fake out in the first turn, which is why I didn't Terra right away. And I don't think that Quiver Dance was the best option for Volcarona, but we could see Parting Shot is going to lower down one stage. That's not something that I counted. Maybe we should change her Terra to like Dark so that Prankster moves do not affect Fluttermane, but it does take out the 2.0 attack. Rillaboom now comes out. Grassy Surge comes in after that. So now Dazzling Gleam hits both. Still doesn't do anything for the knockout, but it will drop the Volcarona past Sash stage, or not Sash stage, but Citrus Berry, and it'll now activate Heat Wave. Crit on the Fluttermane, which is going to get rid of it right away. And it's going to heal a little bit because of the Grass Surge. Can I see the field? It won't let me see the field. Okay. We're bringing Torkoal again. I think we have plenty of turns in the sun left. 3, so we're good there. I'm gonna go ahead and just Flamethrower and hope for the best and protect Tornadus. Tornadus is probably gonna get hit by something. I just don't know what it is yet. I do have Tailwind up, so it's not gonna be totally beneficial as much as I would like it to be. Fake Out would go over to the Tornadus and was gonna knock him out if I didn't protect there. So I kind of saw that. Heat Wave, it's not gonna do anything to the Tornadus and does very little to Torkoal. I say very little, but that's still a big chunk. Super effective on the Rillaboom and still doesn't knock it out. But it will proc the Critical Berry. So the Figgy Berry. And they'll heal up for just a little bit. So now Torkoal is going to go ahead and protect. And I'm going to Air Slash the Rillaboom. It's probably not going to knock him out, but he is a little bit weaker in special defense. Oh. We're gonna swap. To bring out Grimmsnarl again. Torkoal's gonna protect. Air Slash knocks out the Grimmsnarl. Heat Wave comes in, does not hit the Torkoal, but it will hit the Tornadus. How much of Tailwind do I have left? Do I have one more turn? Probably not. I'll have to see. Here comes the Rillaboom. I have one more turn of Tailwind. I'll still... Oh, this is a question. We'll protect this turn. It's not going to be the double protect. I do have Haze, which is going to eliminate all the buffs that Quiver Dance would have done. Takeout goes to the Torkoal, so I could have done it. But I'm going to play it safe. Torkoal goes down to 18 HP. Sunlight faded. Okay. Protect on Torkoal. Gonna Haze. This is gonna eliminate all the status boosts. They're gonna swap out to their fourth Pokemon. Don't know who that is. It's the Donzo. The Donzo man. Here comes. Oh, yeah, +1. +1 would do that. Okay, or survive because of Sash. Burnt. Game's over. Haze. All sets eliminated. Heals up, but it's gonna fall. And oh, survives by 1 HP. But this is the game over. Torkoal can't outspeed, so we're out of here. Dang, we're not doing too well, guys. Not doing too well. Okay. Oof. This is gonna be a very, very interesting one. We've got Cinderace, Golden Go, Landorus, Fluttermane, Urshifu, Tornadus. Little gimmick might not work for very much longer, guys. It was an interesting thought, but I don't think it's gonna be able to do a whole lot more. Okay, so we're gonna set up for Tailwind because that's gonna be something that we'll have to worry about. Probably have to go for something higher than Ice Shard. Priority is really, really good. I do like it, and it has helped out a couple of times, but it's not knocking anybody out. So it's really, really weird, and in that weird spot, we'll bring out Fluttermane for sure. Tien Pao, and we'll bring out Grimmsnarl. I think that's what we're gonna be using. This is Grimmsnarl and Cinderace. Wow, Golden Go and Cinderace as their opener. So we can't taunt Golden Go. That's a weird thing. We'll swap to... Oh, I don't have Torkoal with me. Neat. Neat. Okay, so we're gonna Tailwind. And I'm going to Mystical Fire. Golden Go. I want to become faster, so we will. I'm not going to Terra in the event that it's something else. Mythical Fire brings Golden Go down to very little HP. We're going to drop its special attack one stage. Pyro Ball is going to one-shot Tornadus. That's something to look up. And then here comes Make It Rain, which drops Splinter Rain down to 35 HP. Okay. So that Oko is very, very interesting to me. We're going to bring out Grimmsnarl. It will come out to next, and I will fake out the Cinderace. And I will Mythical Fire the Golden Go again. We're probably going to swap it out to something different because Make It Rain did lower down their special attack to one more stage. So it is right now a -2. Golden Go is still super powerful. Super strong. Fake out. Cinderace says no. Mythical Fire. Down goes Golden Go. Cinderace was flinched and could not move. Okay. They sent out their Fluttermane, which has photosynthesis, so booster energy activates and speed. I outspeed them currently because I have Tailwind. That's cool. And I'm going to put up Light Screen, and even though it's not going to do a whole lot, but I'm going to Mythical Fire. Yeah, I'm going to Mythical Fire their Fluttermane. They can hit anything that they want. Checked. That's cool. They could have hit anything that they wanted. I have to click Mystical Fire just because there's something else I can do. I'm more worried about what Cinderace is going to do. Port change? What is that? You took all my effects? Huh. That's dope. That's so dope. Okay. You can have them. It's all good. I'll do it again. You get Tailwind for one more turn and then that's it. Oh, Fluttermane will survive. Gunk Shot. Well, Grimmsnarl will go down this time. Your Fluttermane didn't do a whole lot of damage. That's interesting. You must be a bulk set. That seems to be the case. Alright, Chimpow's gonna come on out. I'm gonna Terra, Ruination, and I'm gonna Mythical Fire the there. You're currently set to normal, so this Mythical Fire is gonna hit you quite a bit. You don't have Tailwind anymore. Photosynthesis is still active, I believe. So Fluttermane is still gonna be faster than me, but it's not gonna do anything. What is that? Swap Court? That was cool. Dazzling Gleam. Gonna take down a Fluttermane, but that's okay. I mean, I have to be okay with it. I'm pretty much on the... Oh, then we miss. That's a no. Spiral Ball. Does not change his typing, I believe. He might still be normal. Yep. Because I believe it only changes the type once. But we're out of here. Wow. 3 L's, man. 3 L's. Not so good, guys. Might have to make some drastic changes to the team here. All right, match number 4. We've got King Gamut, Sylveon, Glaceon, Hisuian Arcanine, Kleavor, and Fluttermane. All right, so how should we deal with this this cluster of Pokemon here? So I want to say, I don't really know how I'm supposed to deal with this Pokemon, really. Fluttermane, Chien-Pao, for sure. Tornadus, and we'll go Torkoal. I know Torkoal was needed in one of the matches. I can't remember which one. Maybe match 2? No, it was match 3. Okay, Kleavor and Fluttermane. Chien-Pao and Fluttermane. They got the booster energy. And it is for speed. So it seems like everyone's going for speed now. Yay. Love that for me. We'll go in for the Dazzling Gleam. And I kind of want to go for Ruination, but I think Torkoal swap is going to be appreciated here. Even though Kleavor is probably going to go straight for that slot because Chien-Pao is in that slot. And Chien-Pao, I think, is weak against ground. It is an ice type, so I think that's what's gonna happen. Is that Stone Axe is gonna go right into that slot? I think it's rock though, but we'll see. We're gonna raise the special attack on my Pokemon. I want to say that Fluttermane's gonna survive, but we'll see. We shall see. Dazzling Gleam on their side. Not very effective, not very powerful, but here comes mine. Most likely a bulk set on that side. Ooh, 1-hit KO on the Kleavor and drops Fluttermane down to maybe 5%. Ones. Okay, Hisuian Arcanine. I didn't see Intimidate. Why? Why didn't I see Intimidate? We're just gonna Helping Hand the Fluttermane. We're gonna Terra. And it's the Fluttermane to Ghost. Shadow Ball into my Fluttermane. Does not get the KO, gets really, really close though. Head Smash over to the Torkoal and will get the KO. That wasn't an Oko, but that was really, really strong. Regardless, I'll look into that as well. Fluttermane goes down and we drop Arcanine with the Helping Hand of 5%, maybe 10%. So we'll put 10% on the Fluttermane there. let's go ahead and bring out Tornadus. They'll bring out their last Pokemon, which is going to be King Gambit. Is it? It's not Supreme. Okay. But now King Gambit is going to hit us with a Sucker Punch. So there's that. I'm going to swap to Chien-Pao. And I'm going to then use... should I use Protect? I'm gonna Tailwind. Sucker Punch ain't gonna do nothing. Rock Slide's probably gonna hit Tornadus for a lot of damage, but I'm gonna pray that it doesn't. It's something. I think it was Sucker Punch. Yep, Sucker Punch does fail. A Head Smash. I see what they did. Oh, that's super effective. Is that a rock type move? Head Smash also does recoil, so I think I figured out what the ability is, by the way. I think I figured it out. Okay, Photosynthesis activates, and special attack was heightened. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and Ice Shard. Yeah, Ice Shard. I mean, he's probably gonna Sucker Punch again, and I can't really do anything to stop it. So, yeah, Ice Shard knocks out the Arcanine. And King Gambit Sucker Punch? He does. Like I said, I can't stop it. Like, there's nothing. Let's say type. Okay. We'll hit this guy with Ruination. Drop him by half. Smash. I'll rescue from Sash, but I don't think it's gonna really matter. Sunlight faded. Yeah, why not? Ice Shard. This is a loss. Not very effective. Didn't do very much. Iron Head. Boom. Okay. I lost. Shocks. Okay. Final match of the night, and we've got Cresselia, Ursaluna, Armarouge, Entity, Fluttermane, and Urshifu. Let's see. What do we do here? We do have to worry about Trick Room, so Torkoal is gonna need to come into this. Well, like 100%. I want to say that we'll probably bring in Serena, but I don't think it's really gonna make a difference. Fake Out might be really, really good here if we just keep switching. So I think Fluttermane, Chien-Pao, Torkoal, Grimmsnarl. I think that's going to be what I'm going to bring in. They might open up with their thing. They'll open up. Yeah, Chien-Pao, Torkoal, and Grimmsnarl. I'm opening up this way so that I can swap into something else, if in the fact that they bring out Trick Room. Torkoal right now is the only one that's going to take advantage of that, so I'm going to have to use that the best of my ability. Ooh, Palkia falling asleep in the ruins, my man. Love Palkia. Indian Urshifu, and that's Rapid Strike. That's neat. Oh, surrounded Pokemon. Second Surge, no priority, datably used on the field. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Terra, Dazzling Gleam. We're just going to go ahead and get this out of the way. And we're going to swap to Torkoal so that we get the extra boost in special attack. Let's see what they're gonna do. Pal retreats. Oracle comes out to set the weather, giving Fluttermane here a boost. Special attack was heightened. Era now. Follow me. Saw that happening. No Terra on their side. This Urshifu is going to go down unless he has Scarf. Probably does. Not Scarf, but Sash. But he does go down. One hit KO, and we drop Indity down to at least, I want, like, what, 5-10%? It dropped her, pretty much. It's really, really hard to come back from that. Okay, Fluttermane's gonna go ahead and do it again. And I'm gonna Helping Hand this time to give it more of a bigger boost. I don't think it's gonna knock out the Armarouge, but it's gonna have a choice to either afflict Expanding Force, Trick Room. It has to do something different. We're gonna Terra. It'll be the Armarouge. Make it Grass. Why did you do that? That's... You had more resistance against this as a fire type. Why did you change it to Grass? Like, bro, you had it. You had the resistance. And you changed the freaking Grass. Okay. As... say 5 to 10%. Oko, Grass, Terra. Okay. Oops, and we're only left with a Ursaluna left, which doesn't have access to Trick Room. It's literally versus two Pokemon here that are incredibly strong. Now, Dazzling Gleam doesn't hurt it very much, right? Oh, it's still effective. I'll go with the Double Sweep. Battle's canceled, never mind. Hey guys, look, we won one. We're not complete failures here. No, it's totally fine. We're gonna win some, we're gonna lose some, and this is more of a learning thing for me especially. So don't get discouraged, guys, if you're trying like this team out yourself, or if you're just trying to make it in the major leagues yourself. Don't give up, keep trying. It's always going to be a learning thing, and everyone learns at different intervals, speeds, and levels. So don't get discouraged, just keep on trying, and eventually you'll find a team that works out for you. However, this team may not be working out so much for us. Problem areas. We can clearly see that Serena isn't coming out on the field very much, but her whole case is to knock out Priority. There's other people that we can use to knock out Priority. We have Parafarig, we have Indity, and we can also bring people with Quick Guard, which can activate whenever we want to. So we might be looking into those for options. The speed, or the co-op variants of having Chien Pao and Fluttermane do the thing. Don't know if that's gonna be it a whole lot. People are using buffs to make sure that they can be faster. So maybe we need to change up our strategy a little bit by having people go up first. Like we should have 2 openers, right? I'm gonna put that down as notes. We should have 2 openers or 2 people that can function well as a core. We need to have someone to maybe bring up Tailwind so that I outspeed everyone and still do a lot of damage. And then when I need to swap into other people, they need to also be able to work coherently with that particular core. I do believe that Ruination does have a place in this team, and I will continue to use it until I am fed up with it. It does help 100%. It does suck when it misses. But when we have like this last match, a 80%, attacking Fluttermane just completely wiping the field, it's kind of hard to ignore that. The only thing is like getting it set up to where it makes sense. So maybe if I did like what I did just now, which is swap out Chien-Pao for Torkoal to give it the boost, but then I don't have Tailwind up. So what do I do from there? I think maybe... I don't really know how to answer that question, to be honest with you guys. I thought about like maybe opening up with, Tornadus, but we've been doing that all last season. I kind of don't want to open up with Tornadus because people can clearly see that it's a trap. But weird. We do have places that we can improve. Serena right now is filling up the grass thing, but there are grass Pokemon that are faster than her. But they don't bring in the priority thing. So she is currently set up to be a full attacking build, but half speed. Maybe I'll change her EVs to be full speed and be able to attack the opponents a little bit faster. She'll be 1 point below Chien-Pao, or at least 1 point higher. I think it's 204. I'll get back to you on that on the next video. So we'll fully commit Serena to speed and then try that out as like a final attempt to make sure that she works. If not, we're going to swap to someone else. And then the team is going to change around a little bit after that, because then it's going to be heavily weighing on one side. And that's something that I don't really like. So we'll see what we're going to do and keep going from there. But for today's video, we're done. This is it. This is all that I've got. We went 1-4. So we did win 1. Yay. And we're on the losing streak, but we'll get back up there as soon as we make these changes and get right back into the ladder. So until tomorrow, I hope you guys have a wonderful day / night. I wish that you do the YouTubey things by liking the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you're new or a returning viewer. It does help out the channel quite a bit, and it does help us reach the goal that we have 400 by the end of this month and 1,000 by the end of the year. I know that 1,000's a lot, but believe that we can do it, and I believe we can hit that number. I just need your guys' help to be able to do it. So thank you in advance. You can always leave a comment down below. I do reply to any and all comments that you leave down below. It's my way of getting in contact with you and asking questions or answering questions that you guys may have. That's it. Roll the outro, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.